You can't really see it because I took them off, but I wore a steampunk-ish outfit today, and I wore a cloak as well. The cloak is one of those large ones like you would see in Lord of the Rings or something. Just a big whooshy cape thing. I've told you guys about this, whatever. But I wore those both to school today, literally because last night I was laying in bed and I was like, man, I have all these super awesome clothes and I never wear them. And then I said to myself, self, I'm going to wear them tomorrow. So I did. And at school, it wasn't bad. It's not as bad as like I feared it would be, you know, that inner voice. It's like, oh, you're going to get made fun of because you're a nerd. You're wearing a cape to school. And then I was like, wait, I'm going to a school for nerds with many people that are more nerdy than I. I'm gonna do it anyways. And even still, if it wasn't a nerdy school, I would still hope that I would do it because it shouldn't. This sounds okay. To me, this sounds kind of dumb and self-justifying. When people say stuff like, oh, I'm going to wear what I feel like, and no one's going to tell me different. That seems... It seems like they're trying to make excuses for their behavior, and that's just the way that I look at that. And, like, yeah, you are completely allowed to wear whatever you feel like, you know, grounded in reality. Not, like, don't go too far, like wearing mittens on your like feet and running around in your underwear. I mean, you can do that, just don't make other people suffer from it. But that's, why am I talking about that? What I'm referring to is the clothing that we wear on a daily basis. Now, the thought that I communicated to somebody else at school was that, why is it that people nowadays have these fashionable fashion things that they wear and they pay tons of money for that are just really ridiculous? Like, when you think of like leggings or jeggings that have really crazy weird designs on it, like, that's, just sit back for a second and go like, okay, is that weird or is that not weird? Like, don't be like, oh, I like it, I don't like it, but just look at it and be like, is this just a weird thing for someone to wear? And not specifically for jeggings, but for a lot of other clothes that people wear, like, yeah, a lot of the clothes that people wear nowadays are just weird. And then when you look back and you go, okay, let's check out, I'm not going to say Europe because everybody always talks about Europe. I'm going to talk about Africa. Let's check out Africa and those dudes that would like run around and kill lions. But when they weren't busy doing that, they had like a bunch of they had robes on, they had like tassel-y thingies and nice embroidery, really beautiful patterns and stuff. But apart from the people that still live there in that exact place, not a lot of people wear that. Now, why is that? It's not because it's impractical clothing, because otherwise nobody would have worn it in the first place. It's because it's old. Nobody wants to wear the stuff that used to be worn. And so when I wear something like a cloak, people used to wear that all the time because that was just the thing that they did. And I don't see why, if the fashion peaks go like, oh, hey, we're wearing cloaks now. Okay, now we're not. And now it's like, oh, we're wearing freaking Vans and Beats by Dr. Dre. Now we're not. Like, I don't care about those things. What if I want these things? And you should be allowed to just go for that. Go for gold, baby. So yeah, I had some nice chats with people about that general subject. And I think there's a lot to be said about it. Just because clothing is an expression of what's inside, you know? And more so than just your appearance, but it's like what you put on your appearance. So it reflects who you are. And if you are a Swedish yodeler and you wear suspenders and a little cap with a feather in it, that is your deal. You rock that. And I just think it's dumb that, like, sometimes we'll feel ashamed, if that's the right word, to wear certain things outdoors just because that's not exactly what society like thinks is cool at the time. So that was my super hippie rant about clothes and clothing. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. It's late. It's like 11:51. I'm just gonna crash and see if I can get a bus tomorrow and do things. You have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful evening. You have a wonderful week. You have a wonderful weekend. You're probably gonna watch this on Saturday. So, have a great day. Peace.